Hi, everyone. It's Marlene of Marlene Motivates. I just wanted to come in with just something that I had on my heart that I wanted to discuss with you all. And today's topic is love is an action word. So many people are always looking, there's the endless search for love, but how do we treat other people? How do you treat other people? Your reaction is what you usually get back. So you can't expect to not give love to somebody and expect to get it back. That's why love is so important. Love is an actual because love is not a feeling, even though we certainly do feel love, but it's an intimate emotional bond that strengthens over time through a series of vulnerable and supportive actions. We have to take actions that build love. See, we take actions and that strengthens love. And over time, an emotional bond will happen. And that is love. Love is what you will do for someone. Love is not just what you say. See, people get so involved all the time in the words, wanting to hear the I love yous. And yes, it's nice. It's wonderful to hear the words I love you. But what does love matter if all you are giving is lip service? It has to be more about what you do. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice in order to give to another individual? What will you do for another person? See, a lot of times we are always, especially, I can say, especially as women want to hear the I love yous, but you have to look at somebody's action. How are they treating you? what is what is it that is going to cause you to want to love somebody back? See, it's not just about you loving somebody and putting your heart on display. That person has to show that they're worthy of your love, they're worthy of your time. See, a lot of times that we are always looking and we're always seeking love and we have our heart open, but you have to be careful about what you allow. You just open up your heart and you just allow anybody to be a doormat to your heart. So we have to be careful with just quickly saying, I love you to somebody. We have to be careful because you are a human being. You are somebody who is very important and valuable. And I want this message to reach the right person. Love is not just about what you say, love is about what you do. And it's not just one time, but it's constant. A person has to show their love in action constantly. It has to be ongoing. It's not fickle. It doesn't just fizzle out. It's not, if you're in a good mood today, I'll show you I love you. But tomorrow, if I'm in a bad mood, I'm going to treat you unkindly. No. When you love somebody, you're willing to, no matter how I feel, no matter what I'm going through, I'm always going to lift you up. I'm always going to be supportive. See, love is kind, love is patient, love does not look after its own interests. And yes, it's important for us to look after ourselves and take care of ourselves and love ourselves. But also, we show we love ourselves by not allowing other people to take us for granted. So many times we put a stamp, a label on people and say, oh, I love you. But they're not doing what they need to do to show that they love you. It's more than just the words, it's more than just the lip service. I want you guys to understand this. Love does not fail. And yes, we're humans and we make mistakes, we're imperfect, we hurt one another at times, but love is not going to always look after their own interests. What is a person willing to sacrifice for you? Has a person sacrificed for you? Are they willing to sacrifice and put in the hard work in order to show you that they love you? And it's evident by what would they do? Have they been over backwards for you, even when they're tired, even when a person may not be feeling well? that they're willing to continuously support you. They're willing to always do whatever it takes to be there for you, to support you. See, that's what love is all about. Love is about all of that. And we sometimes don't allow ourselves to wait some time. We have to learn to wait some time instead of just jumping all in, telling all of our business. We have to pull back a little bit sometimes. Pull back a little bit. Let a person show by, give it time. Are they treating you? Are they being kind to you? Are they being supportive of you? Are they understanding? Do they respect you? Do they care about your feelings? Are they willing to meet you at least halfway? See, not all the time in love that you have to agree with another person's opinion, especially in relationships. You don't have to always agree, but are they still kind and considerate of your opinions? Or do they think that their opinion is the only opinion? See, sometimes some people think that love is only what they need. See, love is willing to go to the extent possible that another individual needs. What does that other person need? And you're willing to do what that person needs. See, there's many type of love languages out there. There is the love language of a person who needs that they need the words, and other people need gifts. Other people need quality time, but it depends on what that person needs. And when you really love somebody, you are willing to do what that person needs and not what you want to do. See, love is not selfish. It doesn't look after its own interests. You're willing to do anything that another person needs. Welcome in, Donna. Welcome in, Melinda. Thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning to you. Join in on this discussion. What do you think about love? Because I see it all the time. People say all the time that they love somebody, but they aren't willing to do what it takes to keep a person. They want to do what they want to do. See, people think in love that I could do and say whatever I want to. And if they love me, they should bend to what I need. But no, when you really love somebody, you're willing to meet that person halfway and find out what that person needs and make sacrifices and do kind things that that person needs. And the other person should be doing the same thing for you. You bend and they bend. It can't be one-sided because that's not love. Oh, and I want to say something. This just came into my spirit. When you love somebody, you don't always have to say yes to another person. You don't have to be a yes person. When you love somebody, it's about saying the uncomfortable things and telling somebody in a kind way what they need to do. I love you, and because I love you, I have to say this. See, sometimes in love, it's hard sometimes when you see that a person is doing something and it kind of is making you uncomfortable and you don't like it, but you don't want to say anything because you don't want to offend another person. But when you really love somebody, you should want to see a way that you can help them. You should want to help them to mature and to grow and to elevate. You should be willing to say, hey, X, Y, and Z. I'm only telling you this because I really care about you, but I want you to work on this because I see so much potential in you. Hey, Mackenzie TV, welcome. How are you doing? Good morning. Donna says, my love language is acts of service and receiving gifts. Yes. So according to Donna, her love language is acts of service and receiving gifts. So that's what she's going to need to receive. See, a lot of times we will say a person does not love me, That person is just loving you the way that they need to receive love. So we have to learn to communicate within relationships, not just romantic relationships, but all relationships within our family, with our friends. Communication is the key. Don't just keep things inside. And for so long, this used to be the old fashioned way that we feel a certain way, but we don't say anything. You hold everything in, you bottle everything up. And that's not good. It's not good and it's not healthy. It's not only harmful to you, but it's harmful to another person. So you have to be willing in all relationships, friendships, in the family, in romantic relationships, to have the uncomfortable conversations. That's how you know somebody really loves you, because they're willing to say what they need to say in order to help you to grow, in order to help you to mature. But then it's up to that person if they're willing to receive it and act on it. See, you can't make someone love you. This took me so many years to understand and receive that. We always want a person to love us how we want to receive love. But you can't make a person do right by you. You can't make a person love you. Either a person does or they don't. And I used to spend so much time wearing myself out in thinking, okay, if I do this, then they'll love me. No, if somebody loves you, they're going to be willing to love you in the way that you need to receive love. Even if it's hard, even if that person is not a communicator, even if that person is not a person like Donna says that she needs acts of service and receiving gifts. Maybe if they were never normally used to doing that, but they'll be willing to make changes and do something to please that person because they really love that person in their heart. See, love is an action word. Love is about doing what another person needs, because that's how you can really tell. That's what gets to the heart of you. That's what gets to the heart of the individual. What are you willing to do in order to show this person, I really do love you? See, love is about loving the person the way they need to receive love. Good morning, Shay Love. How are you doing? Welcome in. It's all about giving persons love the way they need to receive love. And I didn't understand that when I was younger. I was selfish. I only was thinking about myself and giving love the way I wanted to receive love. But we have to ask the people, our family members, the one you're in a relationship with, your friends, how do you need to receive love? See, that's what shows that you're growing up, that you're maturing, that you really care about another human being, another individual. That's what love really means, that you genuinely, you're active in making that person happy, in doing what they need, not just about what we want to do. See, love is not selfish. And that's something that we have to unlearn. It's in us most of the time to just look after our own interests, to only think about ourselves. But love is kind to another individual. Love will look at, oh, what does this person need? How can I help? How can I heal? How can I teach? There's many ways that we can show love to one another. We can pray for another person. But love is an action word. But what are you willing to do in order to show somebody that you love them? See, it's easy to say those three words, I love you. But it's another thing to back it up by your actions. What are your actions proving? See, we have to do more of this. The mature person, the wise person would know this. You can't just say, I love you, empty. There's nothing behind it. There's no backing anything up. I'll just say it because a person wants to hear it. No, it's about doing. It's in the doing, it's in the action. It's in fulfilling another person. It's in showing a person consideration and respect. It's all about that. Yes, Shayla, Corinthians tells us clearly what love is. And yes, it is an action. Yes, most definitely, it is an action. Words without action is basically manipulation. Well, the Bible does say that fa- the Bible does say that faith without action, works without action is dead. So you have to show. You have to show. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice in order to show a person that you love them? Are you willing to, if you're not a person to express it, you're not a big communicator, but are you trying to work on communicating? Show that person that you're trying. That's all it takes. We're never going to do things perfectly. We're never going to always make a person 100% happy. That lies with that individual. But we have to work on ourselves. We have to become more loving. We have to become less selfish and not just think about ourselves. We have to think about other person's feelings. And while I'm on this topic of other person's feelings, when you love somebody, love is not rude. You can't just say, I can say whatever I want to say and not think about another person's feelings, another person's opinions. We have to understand that when you love somebody, you're not going to be harsh to that individual. You're not just going to be negative. You can correct somebody that you love in kindness, in respect, and not to embarrass, not in front of other people. That's not what love does. Yes, sometimes you have to have those heavy and hard conversations. Yes, you have to have those heavy and hard conversations sometimes with family members and friends and who you're in a relationship with, and even sometimes some coworkers. You have to have those hard conversations, but how are you seasoning your words? See, when you really love somebody, you're going to look out. How is that going to make this person feel? See, we should be looking at that too. We can't just say words and then jab the heart, because those words can stay with a person for their lifetime. For their lifetime. Hi, Angela. Good morning. Yes, yes, yes. I show love by giving them their space. Awesome, Angela. Yes, sometimes in love, we have to give people our space. And that's why I like to say you have to know yourself. I know when I need a break from people and it's time for me to shut off my social media. It's time for me to take a break from everything and just immerse myself into some self care and some quiet time. We have to give ourselves some room and some space from people sometimes, because when you really love yourself, you're not going to allow people to come in too close. You have to give people some room and some space. You have to let people respect you too. We are humans, we need time. So, loving yourself also means that you have to train people to give you some room and some space and some time. See, that love is an action word. You have to show people by your actions, I love myself. And because I love myself, I need you to give me some time. I need you to respect my time. You know, this is a whole big thing that I have it's one of my biggest pet peeves when people don't respect my time by being late, by doing X, Y, and Z, by doing so many other things. You have to show people, when you don't respect my time, that causes me to lose respect in you. We have to communicate what bothers us so that we can keep loving people. We sometimes bottle up of the things that people do, and we stack it up and we stack it up until we just one day have this huge explosion. Don't have that explosion. Have those conversations. I need to have a conversation with you when you are late. I'm a punctual person, and I feel like you don't respect me and value my time because I could have been busy doing X, Y, and Z. You have to have those conversations, and now that person knows. And then if they continuously do it, now it's time to give them some more space or just delete them from your phone. That probably came out wrong. No, you're fine, Angela. Angela's canvas a delight because there's two Angelas in here. Yes, we have to understand, we have to respect one another, respect each other's time, respect one another's feelings. That's how we show by our actions that we truly care about another person. We care about another person's feelings. We care about another person's time. We're willing to spend that quality time, like Donna just being real said. She needs acts of service. So when you really love somebody, we know that we are busy people. We all have busy schedules. But are you willing to take time out of your busy schedule to schedule quality time with the people that you care about? I understand people have to work, people are busy, they have to do so many things in this life. But are you willing to sacrifice your time for your family members, for your friends, for your loved ones, for your spouse? Are you willing to do that? See, that's showing by your action. That's showing love in action. See, we can't get the proper reaction if we don't have the right action. See, people are going to treat you as a mere effect of the way that you're treating them. You want them to give you time, but are you giving other people that you love quality time? We have to be willing to give them that quality time that they need. Everybody needs one on one personal time with you. It doesn't matter who they are. It's your spouse, it's your kids, it's your friend, even a pet. When you love someone, when you really love someone, you're willing to make the sacrifices. And one of the biggest sacrifice that we can make is giving someone your quality time. You can't get back that quality time because in the quality time is when you make memories, when you have those important conversations, when you find out what's really going on with another individual. It's so important to ask your loved ones, how are you doing? And really listen to how they respond, and not just make assumptions. See, sometimes that's a big thing in love. When we love people, we think because they have a smile on their face or they're going to work that they must be okay. You have to have those conversations. Have you asked your friends? Have you asked your loved ones? How are you doing really? I'm checking on you. I just want to see if you need anything. Is there anything I can do for you? See, that's love in action. You're not asking for anything. You're just saying, how can I serve you? How can I help you? How can I show you today that I love you? See, that's so important. Not just saying, but doing. Doing. Do, my brothers and sisters, do. Yes, you needed this message this morning. Thank you so much, Shay Love. I'm glad that someone got this message that they needed to hear. You don't consider it a sacrifice though? Okay, Angela. But some people do. Some people do. Some people really, it's a sacrifice because it depends on a person's personality. Yes, quality time is so important. There's things that you can always buy a person things, material things, but that time a person taking out a time slot to spend with you. Man, that's amazing. So don't take it for granted. Don't take people in your life for granted that they're taking time out of their busy schedule. Be punctual. Respect them. Speak to one another kindly. See, that's love in action, not just words, not just lip service and saying, I love you. That part is easy most of the time, just to say, I love you. Love is checking on you. I don't want anything or need anything. I'm not asking anything of you. All I want to do is check on you and see how are you doing really? I've been missing you. I care about you. Even saying those words of appreciation, I care about you. I appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do for me. Thank you for being in my life. See, that's love in action. We have to show gratitude for the people that we have in our life while we have them. While you have people, tell them you love them. While you have them, tell them you appreciate them. While you have them, tell them, I really was thinking about this memory or that memory and the fun that we've had. You may never get another opportunity to tell that person that. Or here's another one. Tell the people that you love when they hurt you, tell them, I forgive you. See, that's love in action. See, that saying I forgive you is not for them. That saying I forgive you is for you. I forgive you so I can heal. I forgive you so I can receive my blessing. I forgive you so I can move forward. See, we have to not have heavy weights on our shoulder. We can't have heavy weights on our heart because it's going to stop us from the ability to show love for them. See, it can be very easy. It's a very thin line when it comes to love and hate. Very easily, when you start having all of these pent up pain and the hurt that somebody caused you, very quickly that can shift into hating somebody because you didn't forgive them. So anybody in your life that has hurt you and you love them, but you got something against them, I'm asking you today, please forgive them. Heal from that for yourself, not for them, so that you can move forward in love. See, sometimes our blessings are blocked because you did not allow and give room to forgive another individual. How can you receive more when you can't even forgive your brother or your sister that you can see? How can you love God whom you cannot see? See, that's a love in action. You have to be willing. What can you do today to show that you really love somebody? I'm really mad with you. You really disappointed me. You really did X, Y, and Z to me, but I forgive you so that I can feel better, so that I can sleep soundly at night, so that I can receive what is meant to be for me. So I'm not blocking and slowing down my progress in my life. See, that's love in action. We got to show we love ourselves too, not just loving other people. Love is an action word. So love yourself. Love yourself. That's love in action. It's not just love for other people, that's love for yourself. What are you willing to do for you? At a certain period of time, you have to stop being angry. You have to stop being upset at another person and say, I'm going to be mature. I'm going to grow up. And I'm going to say, I don't excuse you for what you did, but I'm going to forgive you so that a healing can take place in my heart. So that I don't have this heavy weight, so that I stop getting headaches, so that my health doesn't get affected. See, that's loving ourselves. That's love in action. We have to learn to love ourselves too. That's making those heavy, hard decisions. And I'm telling you today that it's not easy to forgive another person. It's easy to be angry. It's easy to say, they're the one that did it. I didn't do anything. Yeah, maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't do anything. But forgive them anyways. Life is too short. Life is too short to go through all of that and to keep having all of this anger, resentment for what a person did a week, a month, a year, many years ago. Let it go. See, that's love in action. You just showed some love to yourself. See, we forget sometimes that we are always giving love to other persons, and we're bending over backwards for other people, and we're willing to do all of these things. But are you willing to show some love to yourself? Are you willing to show some love to yourself? It's very difficult a lot of times to show ourselves some compassion. Sometimes we need to tell ourselves, you need to slow down. You're doing too much. See, that's love in action. Show some consideration for yourself. Oh, I need to give myself some self love and some self care. Hi, Pagoda, welcome. Hey, James Money, welcome. We have to show ourselves some love too. And when we say it's time for me to take care of myself, your hair, your skin, your nails, your health, going to the doctor, checking on yourself, that's part of self-love too. You can't give 100% to everybody else and then you're empty inside. We got to pour some love back into ourself. Yes, Angela. Show your love with actions, not words that may be empty. Yeah, we hear that all the time. I love you. We hear that, and especially in dysfunctional relationships, toxic relationships. People just say love and they just spray and they pour over a person. I love you. I love you. But they're not doing anything about it. What are they proving it? And for yourself too, you have to prove to yourself that you love yourself and prove it to yourself today. What am I willing to do for myself? Forgiving, learning to take breaks, getting involved in self care, taking a vacation or a day off from work. That's love in action. We have to consider ourselves too. And we have to know when we need to slow down. And we also, love in action is also when we know when we need to speed up. See, sometimes we slow down in doing the things that we need to do. See, the love and action say, I love myself and I know I can do better. I love myself and I know I can progress. I love myself, and that means I'm going to put in the hard work. I'm going to make some sacrifices. So go out and go after what you want for you because you love yourself. See, that's love in action. I'm going to get up even when I don't feel like it. I'm going to try even though I don't know the steps forward. See, you got to step out on faith sometimes. You don't know the way, but you're going to try it anyways. See, it's not about how many times you fall, but it's about how many times you get up. Get up and fight for yourself. Get up and love yourself. And do it every single day. It's not a certain amount of times that you have that you can say, I fell down. Keep getting up and get up again 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 until you win. That's love in action. Love isn't giving up when it's difficult. It's not giving up when it's hard. Hey, Robert Gant, welcome in. Love isn't giving up when it's hard. Love isn't giving up when it's difficult. Love is having the fortitude, the strength, the foundation that I made a mistake. I did wrong. I did X, Y, and Z, or I'm being lazy, or I'm procrastinating. But I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it anyways. And it's even when I'm scared, when I'm fearful, I don't know my way, I don't know how, I don't know why, but doing it anyways because I love myself and I'm willing to make some sacrifices today so that my tomorrow can be better. I know that message was for somebody. I'm willing to make some sacrifices today so my tomorrow can be better. See, that's love in action. I love myself in the future. So, because I love myself in the future, I'm willing to make a sacrifice today in order to make my tomorrow and my future better. Love in action. See, I want you to keep on loving yourself when it's difficult. Love yourself when you don't know the way. Love yourself when nobody else does. See, we sometimes make excuses and we say we want to be in a relationship, but the relationship is not healthy. The relationship is only one sided, or it's going nowhere, or it's not right for you. It doesn't gel, it doesn't fit, or you're not getting treated the way that you deserve. That's not love. See, love is an action word. It's about sacrifice. It's about being kind. It's about having those uncomfortable conversations. It's about communication. It's support. Love is loyalty. Love is compassion, not only for other people, but love for yourself. Yeah, that's love. That's love. And I want you to give yourself some more of that love. Show by your actions that you love yourself and allow people to treat you the right way. And if people don't treat you the right way, distance yourself from them. You don't have to be around people who are harming you, people who are hurting you. Stop being a doormat to other people. If a person is not treating you kindly, stop allowing them to treat you unkindly. You don't have to keep taking those phone calls, those emails. No, you don't. Love yourself today. Love yourself enough to know I deserve better. Love yourself enough. We can always pour more love into ourselves. If a person it says that they love you, but when they show up, it's pain, that's not love. Love isn't going to hurt like that. It's not. So stop allowing other people to hurt you, to use you, to manipulate you, to play mind games with you. Surround yourself with a circle of people, and it does not always have to be family. See, we always think that the blood is so thick that they can do and trample on our feelings and disregard our opinions. See, love is an action word. If someone isn't showing by their action, if someone isn't showing you by their action that they really do care about you, don't identify that as love. Okay, have a great day, Donna. We have to show by our actions that we love ourselves, and you have to train people how they are going to treat you. Love in action. It's about the actions, everybody. Yes, family can hurt you even more. It happens all the time, Robert. It happens all the time. People think when they're their family, they can misuse you, not treat you the way that you deserve. No. They think that they can disregard you and not show up to things that are important to you. See, we have to understand in love, sometimes it may be a little thing and you think, oh, that's not a big deal. But it's not what you need, it's what that person needs. See, that's the love in action. It may be something that you don't like. Maybe someone's football game. Maybe going to some some kind of award ceremony or a match that they may have, a tennis match or something like that. It's about showing the love that they need at that moment. And that love at that moment may just be they need your support, just showing up and being there for that person. See, that's love in action, the sacrifice, the loyalty, respecting another person. Respect yourself, but also respect other people. See, also in friendship sometimes. Let me go into that. Sometimes, as friends, that word can be thrown around so easily. You're my friend, friend, friend. But when you need a friend, you see none around. See, a friend is about the hard times. It's easy to have lots of people around when things are going good. But when it's difficult, when your nose is to the ground, when you don't know your way, when you feel discouraged, that's when you really show that you're somebody's friend. See, that's love in action, doing what a person needs when it's difficult, when it's hard, holding their hand, supporting them, or just being a listening ear. We don't always have to have something to say that show that we love somebody. Just show up and listen. Let them do the talking. We don't always have to give somebody a solution. That's love in action, doing what they need, not always what we think we want to do, because as human beings, we want to solve people's problems, but not all the time others are looking for solutions. Sometimes somebody just wants to vent and get things off their chest. Love in action. So I just wanted to come in here today and get this off my chest because it was on my heart. I want to talk about this love is an action word. And I want you all to understand that. And those of you who didn't understand, I hope you have a little more insight. Love is communication. Love is sacrifice. Love is not jealous. Love is kind. Love is doing what another person needs. And also, love is taking care of yourself. Love is learning to say no when that's what you need at the time. Don't be a yes person. Love is saying no when you need to. Love is saying no when it doesn't suit you, when it's not good for you, when it's not healthy. We got to say no. That's loving yourself as well. So that's the message I just wanted to give to you all. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And also shout out to everyone on the Marlene Network and Marlene Motivates. I thank you all for being here, listening to this conversation. And I hope it was beneficial to you all. And I will see you guys on the next discussion. And if you have not subscribed already, I would love if you could subscribe to the YouTube channel and connect with me on the Marlene Network. I will see you guys on the next one.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it and be it, and live your best life.
Forgive me, I love me, I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, yeah.